3 pairs of bootcut jeans, one made in Japan, one made in the USA, and one made in China. Which is my favorite? Stick around to find out. Welcome back to the Twisted Hazel, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Today, we're basically going to do an overview of the 3 pairs of bootcut jeans that I've done in my recent series. If you are interested in any of these jeans, hello Macy. All of my full reviews of these are all on our channel. You can go back and view all of them if you want fuller details on them. But today, it's just a breakdown of each of them. I've been wearing them all for a while now, and sort of my opinions and thoughts about all of them. The title is a little bit of a deception because it's not, I don't really have a favorite of all 3. I've actually found in wearing them that all 3 probably are used for different purposes, and they're really good for those different purposes. So we'll go through all of them, and hopefully I can be a bit clearer as we go through. And if you are enjoying the video, we would absolutely love it if you could give it a like, and why not consider subscribing to our channel. We've got a whole bunch of other reviews and things. You can actually go back and view our full reviews of these 3 jeans. And it also helps our channel grow, helps more people see our videos. So thank you so much, and let's get on with it. So the first jeans I'm wearing are the Lee 102 jeans that are made in Japan using Japanese denim. And the thing that really drew me to these is the full production transparency. They actually list, they've printed it on the inside pocket of the jeans, but they do list it on the website as well, all the different factories that produce the jeans. Everything from the stitching to the production of the denim to the actual construction of the denim to the dyeing, and where they're all made in Japan, which is really good because a lot of companies don't do that. You don't really know where they're being made or how they're being made. The other thing is they actually list a great deal of information about how they produce them, and they are a raw denim jean. Maybe not, some people might not technically consider them raw denim, but they go through a washing process, but it's a dry washing process. So they don't have any fades on them. They are very raw. They're actually quite rigid when you first get them. And they're made to an incredibly high standard. I was really, really happy with the construction, apart from one thing. The button on the front, the Lee button, and it is Lee labeled, was upside down. Now, I'm assuming that was a production error and it's not something to do with the history of the jeans or anything like that, but it was one thing that it's not a big deal, but the fact that I know it's there, and when you're buying something of this standard from Japan, who are the absolute kings of denim these days, I would have expected that you wouldn't have had a simple little error like that. But in terms of the construction, the stitching and everything, absolutely wonderful. They are a higher rise jean, and they are definitely, of the 3 jeans, they are definitely probably the loosest fit. I probably should have gone down one size. I did go for a 34. I'm usually between a 33 and a 34. I used their sizing information on their website, and they suggested I go for a 34, and to be honest, I should have gone for a 33. They fit me fine, but they're just a little bit loose around the waist, and I do find that I'm constantly having to hitch them back up, even with a belt on. So I wish I had gone to the 33, so just keep that in mind. They have stretched out a little bit. I've probably worn these more than any of the other jeans, mainly because I wear them for work. I wear them, I'm a gardener, and I wear them for work, and they're really, because of the looseness, they're actually, and they've got really big, easy pockets to get into because I'm constantly shoving stuff in my pockets. So they're really good for work, and the fades on them are really starting to come in quite nicely. Saying that though, I don't actually wear them outside of work all that much. I've washed them a few times, so the darkness is starting to fade a bit as well, but I don't know what it is about them. Maybe it is just the sizing of them, but I don't feel drawn to them to wear them in a more casual setting outside of work. So that's that is probably just me. But like I said, they are a little bit more rigid than the other jeans as well. They are sort of a lower mid-weight. I would say they're probably around a 13 ounce. They're probably slightly heavier than like regular Levi's, but they're certainly not into your 14, 15, you know, mid-weight denim. They're certainly not lightweight, but they're you know, right on that edge. So they are a very nice jean. I'm very happy with them. But like I said, there are just those few little quirks. And like I said, for whatever reason, they just don't grab me when I want to wear a pair of jeans outside of work. For whatever reason, I just seem to always go to one of the other pairs. But I would certainly say for work, these are probably better than the other two pairs of jeans. Like I said, they're higher rise, which is nice because at work I'm constantly, you know, I hate having plumbers crack, and I do very much like the fact that they are looser. Gives me more flexibility when I'm working, which is nice. 100% cotton, there's no stretch in them whatsoever. So if you do want a little bit more sort of flexibility in the jeans, then I would certainly look at something with maybe a little bit of stretch in them. But for a 100% cotton raw pair of bootcut jeans, these are really, really nice. Certainly worth the money. Like I said, construction, everything about them is fantastic. So yeah, so I would say that out of the three, this would be the pair that I would choose for work. So let's go on to the next one. So our next pair of jeans are a Chinese-made pair of jeans from MBBCAR. They are their 707 flared jeans, or otherwise known as the Princess Iron Fan jeans. They're a 16-ounce denim, which is really the sweet spot for me for winter jeans. They're not too heavy, they're not too light. The other thing that I really like about the denim is that they're actually brushed on the inside, sort of like a brushed flannel shirt would be. So they're actually really soft, and they actually keep you that little bit extra warm as well during the winter. So I've really liked these. They come pre-washed, but they are raw, so there's no like fading on them or anything like that. They are a very dark denim. They're very, very comfortable. They are 100% cotton, there's no stretch in them, but they are incredibly comfortable and soft to wear from the get-go. They're certainly a much slimmer fit than the Japanese Lee jeans. They're not super tight, but they're certainly, I would call these more my formal jeans. They're certainly a lot more smarter than the Lee jeans or the Wranglers that you'll see next. They are, like I said, they're incredibly comfortable. I really like all the little details on them. They've got like the little embroidery stitching on the side, and also it's got the double leather patches on the back. MBBCAR have sort of stories behind the different concepts of their jeans and the different series. This is from a series that are based on the story Journey to the West, and these ones are based on the character Princess Iron Fan. So it's nice that they've got that on them. And they represent that, like I said, through the different embroidery, through the pocket stitching as well, the colors, through the whole lot. I like the way they've sort of linked everything together, which, it's nice to have that within some clothing, especially nice clothing. They are selvage denim as well, which is another real bonus. If you want to start getting into selvage denim, Chinese selvage denim is becoming better and better. There is some really crappy Chinese selvage denim out there, but MBBCAR do it really, really well. So they are 100% Chinese made. The denim's made in China on actual selvage antique looms. But yeah, they're very comfortable. Like I said, I mainly wear them for more going out, smarter outfits. I don't tend to wear them as casually. And being the weight that they are, we're now definitely into spring here in Australia. I wore them quite a lot during winter, but I have found on those warmer days, they're very warm. The weight and the brushing on them just makes them far more suitable for the cooler weather. So I certainly wouldn't be wearing these in the warmer weather. Probably won't wear them that much here in Australia over summer. So do I think the quality is better than the Lee jeans? No, I really don't think they are. I think they're exactly just as high a quality as the Japanese ones. Obviously with Chinese denim, it's hard to know exactly the conditions that people are in making them and stuff. So that's something you do have to consider. Unfortunately, there's a lot of secrecy. There's not as much openness when it comes to Chinese made products. So keep that in mind, but they are a very well made pair of jeans, and I really have enjoyed them. And my final pair of jeans are my made in the USA vintage Wrangler bootcut jeans from the 1970s. These are probably the jeans outside of work. These are the jeans that I probably wear the most. They're very, very comfortable because they are vintage. They've been washed, they've been worn in already, but they had very little fading on them to start with. I was really lucky to get such a good pair of vintage denim jeans. And I do like the fact that they are actually a little bit different from the other jeans in that they are a broken twill rather than just a regular twill denim, which is a Wrangler thing. They're not very heavyweight. I reckon they're probably around the 13-ounce weight. I know that probably the equivalent to these days are the cowboy cut bootcut jeans that you can get from Wrangler. But they're apparently a 14.5 ounce, whereas these don't feel that heavy. So I don't know if they changed them to make them heavier in modern times, or whether it was just this particular model from the 1970s that's a bit lighter. But they're certainly a much more transitional piece. They were fine to wear during winter, but usually on the slightly warmer winter days. They've been great in spring and autumn on those cooler days, but not in freezing cold weather. They're really comfortable. They fit me like an absolute glove. I couldn't believe how perfectly they fit me. The sizing on them is a 36, so be aware that the sizing with with a lot of vintage jeans, you actually have to size up, because these days the sizing they give is not the actual size of the waistband, whereas they used to actually do the actual waistband size back in the day. So these are a 36, but in modern jeans I'm generally a 33 to 34. Like I said, they're really, really comfortable, and you know, they don't sit, they sit sort of mid-rise, which is just right for me. They certainly, I would say, are certainly a much more casual jean. You could wear these for work, and they would actually probably be really comfortable for work, but being that they're vintage, I haven't wanted to risk that. So I've been wearing them much more casually. So they have the smaller pockets than the other two, which is very much a Wrangler thing, but they also have the back pockets are higher up as well, which is very much a traditional Wrangler thing that they even keep today on their cowboy cut jeans. The construction of them is probably not as fancy and as detailed as the Lee jeans and the MBBCAR jeans, simply because these jeans, well, they were mass produced, and they are mass produced. They were designed as work jeans. And so they were made quickly, efficiently, basically, but well made. So they're not going to fall apart. They haven't been shoddily made or anything like that, but they're just not as like finessed and as detailed, I guess, as the other two pairs of jeans. But like I said, they're probably the jeans that I will go to because they are the most flexible. I wouldn't wear these as a smarter pair of jeans. Like I said, I'd probably go for the MBBCAR ones more than I would consider these. But they're great because they're a mid-wash as well. They're a little bit lighter, but they're not super light, so they go with a huge variety of different things. You can dress them up, dress them down. So it's probably why I've been wearing them the most. So of the three, which is the best? Well, I can't really categorize them one as the best. It's really horses for courses, which ones suit which situation better. I love the MBBCAR jeans as a smarter pair of jeans. They are great for winter and those cooler transitional periods, but they're certainly not a summer jean. And I probably wouldn't wear them for work because you'd probably get a bit too hot and sweaty in them with the weight of them. The Wrangler jeans, I would certainly say that they are my favorite casual pair of jeans. Easy just to throw on in the morning. They go with a lot of different things. Probably not great for the absolute coldest weather and probably not great for the absolute hottest weather. But in terms of wearing them overall throughout the year, they're probably the most versatile pair of jeans of the three. And for the Lee jeans, like I said, they're really good for work jeans. And I guess if you're into like motorcycling and things like that, they're good because they are a little bit looser. They're a little bit more roomy. And like I said, the pockets on them are really easy to get into and stuff. So they're great for those sort of, I guess, utilitarian purposes. And like I said, the Lee jeans are very flexible as well with the weight of them. But like I said, just for myself, I'm just not drawn to them outside of wearing them for work. I can't really give you an exact explanation as to why. Maybe it's just because I prefer the other two for those other situations. But they are certainly a very well-made pair of jeans. And like I said, I really do like all the ethics behind them and all their transparency in how they're made and where they're made. That's the final breakdown of my Bootcut series. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, I would absolutely love it if you could give it a like. And if you're enjoying my content, why not click the subscribe button? And you can go back and view all of the full reviews of these three jeans that I've done earlier. We've got a bunch more stuff coming up. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, so thank you for all my subscribers for sticking with me, and I'll see you all in the next one.